And all right, let's see. Internet is unstable. Of course it is. And hello and welcome to all the men and women of the West, and hello to Tom Highland. Um, all right, can you guys hear me? It seems my internet's unstable for the moment. All right, so here we go. Um, I have to actually first find the tab. Let's see. Huh. Is it showing up? Um, Let me try again. I want to do the share screen. There. Let's see. Is it working? Yes, it is. Oh, let me see. Sorry about that. Didn't know if anyone was able to hear me. I'll just do this to help my situation because I seem to be having some minor technical problems. Let me just make sure the audio is on point. Let me know if you can hear me, or am I breaking up? All right, I'm going to use the moment of uncertainty to just mute the tab. I'm going to share to Twitter. Let's see. Share. Twitter. I will never call it X. Okay. All right, it's shared. Okay, just have to scroll through things. I can see and hear you, Joe. Okay, good. All right, my internet is unstable, so I'm going to keep the camera off for the moment. I have no idea why it's unstable. Anyways, so this is the Steelhearts Heroic Fantasy Anthology, and so far, okay, let me see if I can scroll, zoom in. All right. Yeah. Now, Michael made some changes, and I think he worded things a little better than what I did. A young man bereft of kin and hope braves subterranean horrors and ancient evils in the Fey world. Rather like Lord Dunsany's daughter of the king of Elfland's daughter, in a way, because the guy has to go into the elf lands to brave all these horrors. The lords of humanity's last refuge plunge into battle against an infinite horde of ravenous orcs. Now, hold on. The orcs did nothing wrong. I'm joking. Two brothers stalk winged fiends through the primitive jungle in a hunt for vengeance. Now, that's a really good story. No, that I know. Well, the author and I have done a podcast recently. Man behind the screen is really, 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 really talented. So trust me when I say I read his stuff. I really like his stuff. He's written a cozy fantasy recently, and I found it quite good. So on that front, I really cannot recommend his work enough. And I said, recently did a podcast with him, which was quite fun. And actually, now that I think about it, I should probably try to figure out how to basically, well, figure out how to upload to Spotify again, because how do I put it? Yeah, he's really good. And we have 2 people in the chat. Goody, which for my channel, as tiny as it is, that's a good thing. Ironically, the Power Ranger channel usually has better numbers. I should probably have done the stream over there. But the thing is, it's purely Power Rangers related. I wonder how well the horror channel would do. Probably not as well. Maybe I'll just have to do a stream sometime there, just to test things, or do a premiere episode video or something. I think I'll do the premiere thing when Varcola's first episode comes out. I'll have to come up with a trailer video for it first, though. A young woman must choose between her life of protected seclusion and the perils of love and prophecy. I'll bet you anything that's Catherine Elaine. She's pretty good. I actually have her book, one of her books, I should say, on my shelf right now or I should say the nightstand next to my bed. The fate of a treachery-ridden kingdom falls on a young country duke and an old wizard. That's Mercedes. She's really good. My understanding, her books are better in Spanish because that's how she writes it at first than it is in English. I got a few stories like that. Some of them are better in French than they are in English. My Hair Clay's story, I'm further along in English, but it's better in French. Same with some of my elf stories. They're a lot better in French than the English ones. There's just something about your first language. Chaque page of Steel-Hearted will steer the blood in your veins and inspire you to take up the swords of valor and truth in the face of evil. Yeah, I couldn't resist that. But yeah, we're basically this is from the imaginations of 5 contributors to the fantasy fiction community on Substack. I've kind of taken to calling them jokingly the Fellowship of Substackia, or of Substackistan, just for fun. But Substackistan is a joke from Coleman, who was a former inmate who found his way onto Substack and wrote some great stuff and essays. And he just started jokingly calling it that. Come tales of wonder, terror, love, and courage, whether in the face of overwhelming odds or fear of the unknown. We, the editors, and our international cast of authors are all indie fantasy writers who, among other endeavors, contribute to Warrior Wednesday and Sword and Saturday on Substack, where we all crossed virtual paths. Quality fiction takes a ton of work, not only in the writing, but also in the editing. The goals of our campaign are to get quality fantasy stories by talented up-and-coming authors into your hands for your enjoyment, to fund our compensation of the amazing authors and artists, and to compensate ourselves as the editors and publishers for a bit of our time invested in the anthology, so that we can write, edit, and publish more indie anthologies and novels in the future. Now, I'm going to come out of the gate and say I'm not keeping any of the money. So, what you're going to be funding with this, I'm just going to offer up let's see if I can turn the camera on. I'm going to, you know what? I'll share screen again in a minute so you can look me in the eye. I am not keeping this money for myself. All money is going to go to funding Michael, the other editor. And he's done the majority of the editing. So he gets the majority of the lion's share of editorial money. He will be getting a good chunk of this, and the writers will all be getting money as well. As this was supposed to be a contest, turns out we did not get enough volunteers, but they'll all be compensated for it. I don't get anything. So this is not going to me. It's going to others. So never fear on that front. And any spare money from royalties or something will probably end up going to publishing more books. Because why not? Now let me find that other tab. There. Now, and of course, I'll have to take this stream and post it as a video, probably tomorrow or something. Now, a successful campaign will help put these deserving authors on the map while giving you some fine, heroic fantasy to read. Whether or not you can afford to back this campaign right now, please, we'll understand. But please put the word out to anyone you think might like to support it. Thank you. And now for the main event. Now, Dan and I are the primary publishers as well as co-editors of the Steel Hearts anthology. We're penning a foreword to Grace at the start of this volume. And the thing is, let me actually just quickly send a message to Dan. I wonder if he can join us in a minute or three. And I suddenly got a lot of messages real quick. Okay. Whoops. And let me find Daniel. All right. Just had to message him something I forgot. Now, let's see. Are the authors of several fantasy novels and serials, as well as innumerable essays. One more detail. All right, there. I just want to make sure he understands I need hot chocolate in 2 minutes once my coffee is finished. All right. Now we've written innumerable essays. Actually, 1,017, I think it is, or something, something like that. About 1,000 essays, or almost 1,000. We're also the heralds of the Alliance authors and Iron Crown communities of fantasy writers on Substack, hosting Warrior Wednesday and Sword and Saturday. Yepers! Which I'm hoping to bring that back here like I used to, but in a different kind of context. So the thing is, how do I put it? I've got have I actually begun the process of, no, I didn't. Okay. I'm just going to go quickly. And I just remembered I have to, actually remember to properly set up, because there's a podcast that I have to kind of download and set up and whatnot for Saturday, which is going to be the first real Sword and Saturday podcast for Brothers Kryn on YouTube, which is very important to me. It's a great discussion. Now you have The End of Days by Red Oscar, which is Red Oscar is just one of the most phenomenal writers I've ever seen in the indie sphere. He blows every single writer on Twitter and YouTube out of the waters, hands down. I'd put him at around probably a little above the Tad Williams level. And I'm not kidding. I am a Tad Williams fan, but Red Oscar, just him and Man Behind the Screen are just two of the best authors I've ever seen in my entire life. And of course, you have Serpent's Hearth by Catherine Elaine. She's quite talented. Although I do have to reread and give a better chance to her Last Daughter of Wolves story, which has some slasher elements to it. Ironically, I struggled with it at first last year, and I'm going to be giving it another reread so I can review it on this channel. I'm going to be reading a lot of their stories and reviewing them going forward. We have The Hatchling's Teeth by Harold Ember, who Harold just writes the most wondrous fairy story stuff. They feel like Hallmark's fantasy and fairy tale movies from the 90s. They're just so freaking beautiful. And I'm not just trying to sell them. Like, I'll be honest. Mercedes' English translation of her Knight of the Golden Armor was tricky to read. And I had to edit it, and it took a long time for me. Her spoken English is quite good. Her written one is so-so. But the interesting thing about her is just when you read her, you can. I'd say it's like Ken Follett. It's like her prose in English is mediocre, but her imagination is just top notch. Doing great. Oh, phew. I'm glad you guys. Oh no, okay, I'm gonna close down the camera because my connection's unstable. Woot! Hey there, Eric Marr. Is about to read Lord of Bones. Yes, she is, and so is Nova Hart. Yeah, if only I could get them to read Crown of Blood. I really, really want to see what they think. Maybe I should nag them about that. Well, Nova Hart, I don't know if she's even aware of Crown of Blood's existence. Gotta love the 90s. Oh, yeah. Especially the movies back then, the fantasy movies and whatnot. Hallmark was better at the fantasy stuff than the 2000s were and whatnot. And the sad truth of it is that, how do I put it? The sad truth of it is that they should have stuck with the fantasy. But for some reason that escapes me, they just decided it wasn't financially viable. And so they gave up on it and decided to go the other route. Here we have this cup. Okay. Thank you. If you want, you could join me. No? Oh, I didn't have that. If you want to clean it, right? Okay. Also, you'll be joining me for the live. Okay. All right. Dan was delivering me hot chocolate. Has released a wonderful sci-fi stories. He also really loved my first anthology, A Mandate of Sword and Railgun. He's about to read the second, The Blood of Tyrants. Cool. I actually, now that I think about it, I should just post one thing again. And let me see. Note from the editor. Now, Michael is a professional editor from the US and the creator of the Vaporous Realms story world. He has helped our authors with line-by-line development, editing, copy editing, and proofreading. And, of course, he's offering his own perspective and musings on each story. Michael's a brilliant author and a great editor. He'll be editing Brotherhood of the Gemstone, and that book's about 1,000 pages, and he's going to be editing the second and third volume as well when they come out. But he works so fast that he stated he'll have the first book completely red-lighted, as one of my family friends would put it. That is to say, just with all the notes and everything in place, and for me to implement his edits and whatnot, and everything noted down, and what plot holes figured out, and everything in place by the end of August. He's already started, and from what I understand, he's already part of the way finished. So he works real fast. He works very efficiently, though. He takes his time because he wants everything to be perfect. So by his calculations, Gemstone will be out in late October, early November. So that's quite cool. Now for the rewards. The ebook tier will be available worldwide. You'll receive the ebook as an EPUB file or PDF. I'm extending the PDF option after the campaign ends. Now, you will have, like, I'll note down your email when you go to contribute. I think this website offers me that data. I will then gift to you the ebook, and at that point, you'll get the anthology, and I'll probably pitch in maybe if need be, if you want the Crown of Blood or Calibur books, I'm willing to pitch those in if you request those. If you pay a little more and request those, or like you decide you want those alongside whatever, I don't mind supplying that for if you pay for it. Although you can just get those on Kindle. I'm not going to lie at any point in this campaign. Available in the US and Canada is where, that's the paperback and ebook tier. The paperback copies will be signed by at least one of the co-editors or co-publishers, depending on country. Now, it's just cheaper and easier for us to mail things in the US from where Michael is. So he would be signing it over in the US. Canadian copies will be signed by Daniel and I. We have the paperback and poster and ebook tier where this will be shipped. It'll basically be like how we just described it to you. You'll also be able to get available in the US and Canada. You can also order a copy of Dan and my's Crown of Blood. Oh, he wrote it as Crown of Thorns. No, Crown of Blood, Michael. A little typo. I bet he was really tired when that happened. I'll have to go in and correct that later, or remember to correct it in the first place. But Crown of Blood. There's Calibur, which is my Irish novel, and I've got at the end of the month Swift Shadow Murders, a murder mystery romantasy style. Well, I say romantasy. It's like a knight in shining armor, like Ivanhoe novel that's coming out. So I'll throw that on the bin as well if people want it. You guys will get first pickings of it as a signed thing if you want. And for every $1,000 Canadian this campaign raises in pledges, we'll commission a new black and white illustration based on one of the 5 stories in the anthology. Oh, wow. So that's Michael's idea. I didn't know about that. I like that. Yeah. Actually, Yossi takes a month to do his work, and currently he's drawing up a spectacular image for a Limp Nomachi. And once he's done with that, we'll actually have to commission him to, do another picture. Oh my gosh. I'm glad Michael thought of that. You see, Michael gets the best ideas between him and I. As you can see, I'm quite fond of him. We've become quite close. I wish I could have contributed to your anthology somehow. Well, Aragmar, here's the good news. Next year, we're going to be running another campaign, and you'll get the chance to compete, and you'll get the chance to even contribute. So that's pretty cool, right? I made a post on my Minds account, so I hope you get more eyes on the stream. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I should grab the link and post it in the stream. And here, you could post the link directly over on your Minds, and that way people could just go straight to this. And I know you had a lot of Japanese readers back in the day. I hope some of them pick up, because I love the Japanese, and I really want to build more connections out there. Now, let's see. Now for printing, the printing will be done primarily through draft to digital for the sake of efficiency, but depending on budget and time constraints, Michael may end up employing the services of a local printer for US paperbacks. I hope people understand. It's going to be the same book. Like it'll be formatted the same way, because draft to digital will deal with the formatting. They kind of have a system where they just do it kind of in an automatic fashion. And then what I do is I give him the PDF, and he takes the PDF and he goes and prints it, of course. And then he mails it out. That's if he needs to over in the US. Now on my end, with Canada, I will have to put the money in from the crowdfund, order all the copies that are needed, and distribute. Now the book itself is written, except for the front and end matter, and mostly edited, except for final formatting and proofreading. The cover illustration is complete, and I'll be showing you the actually, I have to go into my Twitter, where Eric Wag, a respectable YouTuber and pretty good writer of Sword and Sorcery, is. And I will be creating more content with him and whatnot. And I'm hoping to get him to do a few voices for a few audio dramas for me. Let me just... okay. Okay, let me just check something. The file didn't save right. That's odd. Strange. No, I'm just realizing I'm having a lot of problems with the kind of file it is. Let me see. Can I actually open it up in... Huh. Oh, no. So he didn't send me the file correctly. I'm going to have to ask Eric. Now I will be... Now you guys have seen the image, but he has the font and the typography done. There, I'll just message him just to let him know. And I am trying to change the link, but it does not show the image. That's a problem. All right, so it's all right. It's all right. I'm having some technical problems myself. Now, we'll make the ebook and the unsigned paperback available as widely as possible for print on demand. Like you guys print, you guys order it, it's printed. So that's where it's at. And whew, so yeah. Now let me see if I can go here so I can actually, you guys can see me try to figure this one out, because I'm horrible with technology. I'm ready to launch. Let me just make sure I read this. Your launch and date time, determine your date. Okay. It'll be finished on August 1st at 4:06 p.m. Okay. Eastern Standard Time, just to let everyone know. Funding is all or nothing. If you reach your goal, money will be transferred within 21 days. Okay, I wasn't hoping for all or nothing, but last time, to my understanding, all the money bounced back when my campaign failed. Now, I did get all the data, like I did get the emails of the individual people who contributed, and they all get a free copy of the Gemstone, even though the campaign failed, because it's integral to me that I make it up to them. They had faith in me, even though I failed to properly set up and arrange and market and push for this campaign. Well, the previous one, I mean. So, I have to be honest with people. Honesty is important to me. And I consider any failures of this campaign to be my fault when it comes to these things. If you reach your funding goal, you must complete your project and fulfill each reward as outlined in our terms of use. Yeah, I actually understand that one. That makes complete sense. There's a social contract between the readers and customers, and we, the writers and editors and whatnot. So, all right, here I go. I'm a little scared. All right, so the project is now live, and I must now see to it that I share this. Let's hope it's considered good news. Let me just do this, and I will just quickly tag and annoy some people. There, just because I like to annoy people. I'm joking. If I thought Carl Benjamin or Nerd Roddick would respond, I would probably tag them too. Let me go back. So yeah, she's now live. Thunderbirds go. Yes, as Megatron would put it. Yeah, so the campaign is now live. Also, I believe his name is James, the one who did the video. Let me just look through my chat. Let's see. Sorry, just have to respond to someone. Where is he? Black Knight helped talk him into helping me out. Let's see. He was very courteous to me. James Esparza. You can find him on Substack and I think YouTube. Black Knight knows his link. He's the one who gave me the link to him. And James Esparza did this fantastic video, which I'll now play because I really like this video. I just want to use it as an excuse to play it. Damn, he's cool. Maybe I should bring him on the channel and wait, where am I? And just like kind of interview him. I would love to get James on here and talk with him. He's been very courteous to me. Like maybe I could convince him to do the trailer for the Varcola audio series I plan to make and the Crown of Blood audio series. Maybe I'll have him do the trailers for those because this one was really good. I liked it. Like James has some serious chops, and yeah, I may have to. You know, this is going by so quickly. I may have to. I may cut this short because I think I've presented. Wait, hold on. Let me just reload because I seem to. Moses. All right. So we have 59 days left to go. And I have to share this over on Substack. And let's see. There. And now everyone in China knows that I am here. To quote Mulan. Seems appropriate. And yeah, it's one of those things which my internet's just so garbage today. Come on, Wi-Fi, get back up there. So yeah, the crowdfund is up, 500 Canadian dollars, buckaroos, and I will open up in a new tab. What the? I will open up on Facebook, just so I can publish there. And all right, let's see. I just had to check my messages. There, and we, I can safely say I've done everything I can possibly do for this thing. And my internet is garbage. It's just pure garbage. I can't even turn my camera on. All right, I'm going to do this. All right, good. So, yeah, I've done everything I can. Let's see if I can... let's see. Maybe I can go to Twitter and I'll share my message with the messages I had with Eric. It's not like it's stuff that's like particularly private or anything. Actually, I can just open the shoot. I clicked on the wrong button. Okay, there. Actually, I could just do this. Let me see. Present. John's getting the article up on Phantom Post. Okay. No pressure. Because John Della Rose and Tom Highland have been more generous enough to supply me with an article. I really appreciate it, Tom. Thanks. And all right, what do you think of the lettering? This is freaking cool, isn't it? I mean, okay. Let's see if I can get my bloody camera working. This is freaking cool. I love this. Look at this. Edited by, of course, Michael B. Haywood and DL and JC, sort of. I love the way Yossi drew this flame, like, and how the knight's hiding behind this rock. I just love this art. I'm sorry, but look at that. Look at that dragon. Just look at it. Yossi just draws dragons like no one else can. I'm sorry, but I'm going to want him to just draw me dragons from now on. You can't stop me. I'm going to have him draw another dragon for me. And now I have to write a story with a dragon just so that he can draw it. Oh, man. Oh, I think I know the story. Actually, I don't need to write a new story. I could just give him ship Dinosaurus and have him do the art. And, like, of Arndrick the Golden. Anderic le Doggy. But yeah, look at this. The steel heart. I love how Eric did this. This is such good work. And, like, you can't say that Eric Wag does anything by half. Man, it's cool. And currently I'm in talks with him. I'm going to announce it here. To do an audio series with him for, his Scarda novels. And he and I are also talking about doing some lore videos and kind of like a lore series that's showing the folklore and ancient history of our stories. As a kind of series, like an audio TV series of sorts here on YouTube and over on Substack and Spotify and whatnot. And we're currently I'm also in talks with him and Tirajirina to do Varcola and to do and for Crown of Blood. Although Crown of Blood, I'm hoping to also turn into a bit of a radio drama. So we'll see. And now I will make it clear. This crowdfund will not be, like, there will be no crowdfunds for the audio stuff. No crowdfunds for it. So don't worry. It's just for this. I'd like to get in on that action. Okay, Tom. If you want to read for us, you can. And if you want to do something like with one of your books, I'm game. But either way, this has been a delightful stream. I think I'm going to cut it short because I plan to go till 5, but I need to upload something to Spotify and figure out how to get Spotify to work. And the thing is, because I'm having some serious problems with it, I can't seem to understand how it works by Chrome. But in turn, I will be, how shall I put it? I will be reminding everyone, do please join in on this crowdfund, which the rewards are for the ebook tier $7 for the ebook. It's not very much. That's $7 Canadian. Then it's paperback and ebook tier is $30 Canadian. And then we have the $45 $45 Canadian tier, which is paperback, poster, and ebook. So, there are 7 tiers. Go wild, people. And, and may the Schwartz protect you all.